Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to everybody? मतलब मेरा आवाज clear है? If yes, just put a thumbs up or something, please, so that I get it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, thank you, everybody. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to everybody? मतलब मेरा आवाज clear है? If yes, just put a thumbs up or something, please, so that. Okay, so just give me a minute, and I'll just we'll start. Okay. So guys, first of all, I really want to thank you guys for joining. Now, the reason I say thank you for joining is because, of course, it's Sunday, and you know, you joining something, some sort of seminar. I mean, it's not something too exciting. Okay, let's be very honest. ये कोई इतना exciting वाला काम नहीं है. I know there are a lot of people, who have interestingly joined, who want to figure out. Basically, there's some people. I'm like, चल देखते हैं क्या है. कुछ जिसने बोला है तो करके बैठ जाता है. And there are some people who are still clueless of why they have even joined. So I thank all of them, for joining, because, as I said, listening to something on Sunday, maybe, if I would have been your age, and मैं अगर मेरा खुद का nature देखूं, तो it would have been really boring. Okay, really, really boring. So again, I really want to thank you for coming. Now, I'm going to ensure that आप जो time दे रहे हो, आप लोगों ने जो time डाला है, it's worthwhile. It's making really good sense, honestly, to you people and you guys. It's been 10 years for me, 10 years for this company, Holistree, where we have really, really gone into the depth of the whole career perspective. क्या हो रहा है? मतलब, the kind of investment we have done in the last 10 years, specifically for young people, honestly, I'm going to try and share everything today in the most simplest of the language of what we have seen, what we have understood. Okay. And I am just hoping that by the end of this masterclass, at least you have some thought, some direction, or something new, okay, which you guys gain from this whole masterclass today. I'm sure a lot of people have chosen certain things. A lot of people are unclear. A lot of people have, matlab, kiya to hai, there are but a lot of buts. And there are some people who don't give a shit about career right now. And it's fine. Like, okay, this is for everybody. There are people who are in 8th to 12th grade. There are people who are degree. There are people who are doing, masters and working professionals. So it's just a very beautiful amalgamation of all the data which we have done, which is going to be useful for all of you. Okay, so let's start. Now, I'm going to need your participation. So guys, I'm thoda traditional in working. Matlab, I have a PPT, but I don't fantasize PPT. Honestly, मुझे पकता है. If I have to use a very simple language, I feel very bored when I have to use PPT and stuff like that. So I'm going to use a whiteboard. I'm going to write it down. I feel more comfortable with that. So before I move ahead, I want you to type it out. Okay, at an average, what do you think? How many years and a basic individual spends in their working life? मतलब एक working life number of years, कितने साल आपको लगता है कि एक बंदा काम करता है in general, averagely? You can just type it out. Type the figure which you think is true. जो भी आपको लगता है कि एक इंसान averagely इतने साल काम करता है. I'll be waiting for your message. Everybody, you can just type it out. 30 years, okay. Somebody's writing 30, okay. We have 30, 25, 30, 25 to 30. 40, okay. काजल मत कर यार, इतना काम मत करवा. 45, धैर्य, अरे भाई क्यों, मत मारो. Okay, 25, 40. चलो. So we have 30, 30, 25, 30, 35, 40. That is the range which people are talking about. Cool. हम एक एवरेज करते हैं, ठीक है. 100, अच्छा. सो दिस विजुअल गाय इज वांट्स टू वर्क 100 years. भाई मैं तुझे हायर कर लूंगा यार, तू इधर आ जा. आई वुड लव टू हायर यू ओनली. So okay, coming back to the point now. um Interestingly, um what we want to see is this. Okay, अगर मैं एक एवरेज 30 पकड़ता हूँ, एवरेज 30, ओके, जनरली ज्यादा होता है बट ठीक है, इंडिया मतलब 30 अगर मैं फिर भी एक एवरेज पकड़ता हूँ, एट एन एवरेज इट इज फाउंड दैट एक इंसान साल में, अगर मैं सब छुट्टी वगैरह पकड़ू, ओके, जो भी है, सो 365 डेज में से ऑलमोस्ट 300 डेज काम करता है, विच इज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2 months ऑफ हॉलीडेज. मिलता नहीं है बट आई एम स्टिल बीइंग नाइस इन अ वे. So if we can calculate 300 into 30, okay, 300 into 30, so the figure comes almost 9,000 days. Am I right? अब 9,000 days में, अभी now I want people to multiply, okay, मतलब आप calculate करके please type the figure, anyone can do. So अगर मैं multiply कर रहा हूँ 9,000 into, okay, so 9,000 days I'm working and at an average I'm working 8 hours a day, okay. So 9,000 into 8, what is the figure, guys? Can somebody please do the math? 72,000, okay, hours. Now 72,000 hours into 60 minutes. So can somebody multiply 72,000 into 60? Anybody just do 4 lakh. Okay, okay, just hold on. It's 43 lakh. Yes, 43 lakh 20,000, right? Now 43 lakh 20,000 into 60. Can somebody just tell me a figure, please? 43 lakh 20,000 into 60. Okay, whatever that figure is, right? To 25 crore 92 lakhs something seconds of your life. Now, why did I make you calculate this? 25 crore 92 lakh seconds of your life you're going to spend in working, okay, which is a significant amount. Now, why have I put forward in seconds? I'll tell you. सेकेंड्स में पुट फॉरवर्ड करने का मेन रीजन ये था कि अगर आपको थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया है, इन केस इफ यू आर, सो ओवरऑल ना, एवरी सेकेंड ह्यूमंस केमिकल एमिट करते हैं अपने बॉडी में डिपेंडिंग ऑन द थॉट एंड द फीलिंग. आई मीन ये बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बता रहा हूं बट ये और भी डेप्थ है इसमें. अब ये बताने का मेन रीजन ये है कि अगर तुम 25 करोड़ 92 लाख सेकेंड्स ऑफ योर लाइफ ऐसा काम करोगे जहां आइदर आप अनश्योर हो, आइदर आप बोर्ड हो, आइदर आपको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, आइदर आप गिल्ट में हो, आइदर आप प्रेशर में हो, और आइदर आप क्लूलेस हो. Think about the genre of chemical which you are going to emit in your body on a regular basis. You must have heard throughout your journey, आपने भी कहाँ ना कहाँ सुना रहेगा कि करियर में खुश रहना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, मे बी मिथ है. And a lot of people must have heard across it कि career is not something you can be happy about. That is why हम लोग सब ढूंढने निकलते, right? A lot of us are looking for passion, interest, you can say, uh, involvement. बहुत सारी चीज लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं आजकल करियर में. But today I'm going to share you something very, very interesting. Okay, now let me start with masterboard. चलो, now let's see. Echo. Am I audible, guys? ठीक है. Now let's see. ये है, guys. I'm sharing the board, but please don't use it because मुझे ठीक है. चलो, let's do it this way. Okay. So now that you guys can see the whiteboard here, let's see how this goes. Okay. Now, a very important interesting thing, अगर आप देखोगे इसमें, so let's say this is our life. ठीक है, ये हमारी लाइफ है. अब एग्जैक्टली हम देखें हम करते क्या है सुबह से लेके रात तक. हमारा जो दिन होता है, सो वेदर यू आर इन 8 to 12th ग्रेड या वेदर हम मास्टर्स डिग्री अंडरग्रेड मास्टर्स स्पेस में है, और फॉर दैट मैटर वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स का थोड़ा स्पेस अलग होता है. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड हम करते क्या है. देयर इज वन पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइफ. ओके, डैम, आई हैव टू राइट इन दिस वे. होल्ड ऑन गाइस, आई थिंक मैं दूसरा ही शिफ्ट करूंगा, ये बहुत बोरिंग है. इधर एको काफी हो रहा है.
Sir, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Sorry, guys. So now let's understand this. अगर हम हमारी जनरल लाइफ ऑब्जर्व करें, राइट, फ्रॉम जब हम 8th 9th ग्रेड में है से लेके डिग्री अंडर ग्रेड स्पेस में से लेके मास्टर स्पेस में है, हम हमारी लाइफ होती क्या है? बिकॉज करियर का जो सिग्निफिकेंट, व्हेन यू नो दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड सम 26 करोड़ सेकंड्स ऑफ आवर लाइफ इन समथिंग, यू नो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फिनोमेना होता है कि हम एक्चुअली क्या कर रहे हैं, करियर में हो क्या रहा है। बिकॉज व्हाट वी हैव सीन इन द लास्ट 10 years, most of the people are completely clueless कि what's really happening with their career journey. So इसको जब हम ब्रेक डाउन करके नीचे आ रहे थे ना, when we were breaking down and understanding कि बॉस कोर चैलेंज क्या है, because even I have gone through this challenge myself, तब जाके हम लोग इधर पहुंचे। अब ये जगह थी क्या? If I look at my life or look at anyone's life, एक हो गया academic, school, college, पढ़ाई, right? This is one significant part. The second is friends. Friends में जब मैं बात करूंगा, उसमें भी अभी हमारे दो कैटेगरीज, राइट, एक ऑनलाइन फ्रेंड्स और एक ऑफलाइन फ्रेंड्स, एंड ऑफ कोर्स रिलेशनशिप टॉपिक। नाउ दैट इज आल्सो अ वेरी इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइफ। The third aspect, I think we all know, when it comes to social media, now that itself is a very very significant aspect of our life. And मैं कुछ बहुत interesting facts बताने वाला हूँ आज, which are going to be very very highlighting. ओके, सो सोशल मीडिया एक बहुत इंटीग्रल पार्ट रोल प्ले कर रहा है। फिर देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अस हु आर इनटू गेमिंग एंड सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एक्टिविटीज, किसी हॉबीज, स्पोर्ट्स वगैरह जो है। और फिर थोड़ा टाइम मिल जाता है तो फैमिली के साथ डाल देते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स, राइट। नाउ if you guys think that I have covered all the pointers, जो हम टाइम डालते हैं, in case if you feel that I have covered all the pointers, just put a thumbs up. Just put a thumbs up कि how exactly हमारा एक दिन जो है वो जाता है। Do you think I've covered everything? Like हम जैसे एक डे स्पेंड करते हैं हमारे दिन का, academic, friends, media, social media, hobbies, sports, and maybe to some extent family, ये सब चीज is what we spend time in, right? Do you agree with me, guys? Just put a thumbs up. I think that will be great, so that I understand everybody is in sync. If anybody has any other things you think I should mention? Not really. Okay, cool. Now let's get into this quickly. Now why am I even mentioning this? What we observed is that जब हम करियर के बारे में सोचते हैं, जब हम यंग होते हैं, तभी हमारे पास पैरामीटर क्या है चूज करने का? करियर क्या फैक्टर से हम चूज करते हैं? What is the genuine parameter हमारे पास? So do you think that हमको पता होता है कि हम कौन से प्रोफेशन में जा रहे हैं? Not really. So the only profession जो हम लोग ने देखा, the only way people are choosing career are basis of some random parameters, which are these. Guys, are you guys able to see the screen?
No.
No, okay. Yeah. So हम लोग जब देख रहे थे कि एक्चुअली लोग करियर चॉइस कर कैसे रहे हैं अभी, तो हम लोग जब देखने आए तब दीज वर द पैरामीटर्स जो आए। एक हो गया फ्रेंड्स। अ लॉट ऑफ देम हम लोग ने देखा दे आर चूजिंग करियर्स ऑन बेसिस ऑफ व्हाट फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली, लाइक फ्रेंड्स एंड पीयर्स आर चूजिंग। मतलब लिटरली इन द लास्ट 10 years आई हैव कम अक्रॉस सो मेनी पीपल जिन्होंने बाद में अग्री किया कि आई चोज दिस प्रोफेशन बिकॉज ऑफ व्हेन आई सॉ लॉट ऑफ पीपल टेकिंग अहेड, एंड a lot of people taking decisions like मुझे अब्रॉड जाना है से लेके ये कॉलेज में जाना है, वो भी डिसीजन कहाँ ना कहाँ पीयर्स से इन्फ्लुएंस था। मतलब दे सॉ पीयर्स डूइंग इट, एंड बिकॉज दे वर नॉट अवेयर कि उनको क्या करना है, दे थॉट दैट व्हेन एवरीबॉडी इज डूइंग इट आई विल बी मिसिंग आउट। वो फोमो हो रहा था, एंड दैट्स वेयर दे टुक डिसीजंस एंड कॉल्स बेस्ड ऑन दोस पैरामीटर्स। नाउ ये एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज हमारे लिए हुई, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे हमारा क्वेश्चन ये था कि करियर तो तुझे करना है, करियर तो एक इंडिविजुअल को एग्जीक्यूट करना है, बट डिसीजन हम जो फैक्टर से ले रहे हैं वो पूरा अलग है। एंड दैट वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग हाईलाइट फॉर अस। उसके बाद we saw people making decisions on basis of family members. अब क्या होता है कि when you are unclear about what you want to do, right? If you are unclear of where you want to go, it's very easy to see people around you, और वो एक safety net होता है. So a lot of people when they see CAs around or medical people or engineers or for that matter any other profession, जहां तुम आजू बाजू में लोगों को सक्सेसफुल होते हुए देखते हो या एटलीस्ट सर्वाइव करते हुए देखते हो, a lot of people are choosing careers on based of that. Even family business, जिनका business है, they I want to get into business. Now the idea is that it's not about whether the business choosing is right or wrong, but the way the way the choices are being made are very questionable. Then a lot of people, and I think this is something which we all agree, we are in the world of influencers. हम आजू बाजू में लोगों को देखते हैं, हम आजू बाजू में मीडिया में जाते हैं, मीडिया देखते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें देखते हैं, कहाँ ना कहाँ so I remember this guy, he came to me and he's like okay धवल भाई I'm pretty sure मुझे क्या करना है, but it's like मेरी मॉम आके मुझे बोलती है कि मेरी मॉम ने बोला इसलिए मैं आया हूँ. मैंने बोला ठीक है, what do you want to do? He said I want to become a gaming blogger and I'm like okay gaming blogger ठीक है. तो मैंने बताया ओके क्या होता है गेमिंग ब्लॉगर, पता है? अरे ऑफ कोर्स पता है, गेम्स बनाना होता है, फिर उसको लाइव स्ट्रीम करनी होती है और वो करना होता है, एंड क्या सॉर्टेड है, गेम खेलते खेलते पैसा मिले. आई एम लाइक डूड, आई मीन ये लाइफ यार सब कुछ ही है और क्या चाहिए. एंड ही आल्सो न्यू द फिगर सम ऑफ द टॉप गेमिंग ब्लॉगर्स वर मेकिंग. ओके, मतलब उसको ये भी आइडिया था कि क्या कमाता है क्या नहीं. सो ही वाज ऑल कूल विद इट एंड ही हैड लाइक नेम्स ऑफ दोस टॉप 10 गेमिंग ब्लॉगर्स, कि बोलो क्या करते हैं, कितना कमाते हैं, कैसे लाइफ जीते हैं. I'm like, okay, let's start. Okay, let's start with the journey. We started with the journey. मैंने बोला okay, तुझे पता है वो लोग कितने वीडियोस डालते हैं दिन में and how it works? He's like, yeah, he puts almost weekly 3 to 4 videos and he has this that जो भी था. हम लोग ने बोला हम लोग महीने में 4 वीडियो बनाएंगे, ठीक है, और हम पोस्ट करना शुरू करेंगे. The funny part is that उसने नेक्स्ट 20 दिन तक मुझे रिस्पॉन्ड ही नहीं किया. एंड देन उसके बाद जब रिस्पॉन्ड किया, उसने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताई मुझे. उसने बोला धवल भाई जब मैं बनाने बैठा ना वीडियोस, तब सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये आया कि ये वीडियो कोई देखेगा ही क्यों मेरा. Why would somebody watch this video? I mean, there are so many good videos available. Why would somebody watch this video of mine? I'm like, okay, what else? He's like, then there are already good quality videos available. There are good setup videos available. कितना सारा चीज है, and they already have so many followers. Of all the things, कोई मेरा देखेगा क्यों? Why would somebody watch my video? And then probably when he dug into it, he realized that the people whom he was following, they are doing this since almost 6 to 8 years of work, where after which they have reached here. And then he realized that the journey, वही profession में, they had a team of people who were doing marketing से लेके कितनी सारी चीजें उनकी. So it is no more like just playing a game. It's, if you want to make that as a profession, it was a different journey altogether. Now that what happens is when you are young now, you are just out loud there and you want to conclude on those terms. Now similarly, when it comes to influencers, there are so many other professions which have now come up, and when you are young, you decide and hold on to them without actually knowing कि boss इसमें actual journey है क्या. It's not they're good or bad profession. People are making money, so that is something उसमें कुछ तो है, right? But people don't know what and how. Now that becomes a challenge. So influencers, when we talk, it's a very, very interesting, space which we need to understand of how it works. The next thing, if we look into it, is this. Fame, money, respect. There are a lot of people who are making choices based on fame, money, respect, paisa. I mean, as attractive as it sounds, honestly speaking, the outcomes haven't been so good for most of the people out there. So that's again the next way. One more thing, which is again not mentioned here, a lot of people are choosing careers based on academics. Now, I want you guys to agree, tell me, how many people think that a lot of our decisions, either we have made you can be very honest guys, okay, because अब नहीं भी बताओगे तो anyways it's been 10 years for now. How many of you think you have themselves or have seen people making decision based on कि ये सब्जेक्ट मुझे अच्छा लगता है और ये सब्जेक्ट मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता, ये सब्जेक्ट में I understand and I don't understand, ये सब्जेक्ट में I score well and I don't score well. So how many of you think you have made career choices based, you can just put a thumbs up or raise your hand, whatever works for you, or based on the fact that ये subjects basis choices. Yes, okay, there are good people. Others, सोचो कितने लोगों ने सब्जेक्ट बेस्ड चॉइसेस किए हैं, कहा ना कहा कि ये सब्जेक्ट में मैं स्कोर अच्छा करता हूँ या करती हूँ, ये सब्जेक्ट मुझे समझ में आता है या नहीं आता है, ये सब्जेक्ट में आई हैव अ गुड टीचर फॉर दैट मैटर, दैट इज व्हाई आई लाइक द सब्जेक्ट. कितने सारे फैक्टर्स है, कितने सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने सब्जेक्ट बेस्ड चॉइसेस किए. ओके, व्हाइल यू डू दैट, लेट मी टेल यू एन इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट. There are hardly 3 to 5% of the profession जो actually academic driven होता है eventually. Now this is a very interesting thing guys, please understand this. There are hardly 3 to 5% of profession in the world जिसमें direct academic का actual impact होता है. Academic का main purpose क्या है is to get into certain genre of colleges, certain course and certain colleges. इसके अलावा एकेडमिक का कोई सिग्निफिकेंट रोल 12th के बाद इतना नहीं रहता, अपार्ट फ्रॉम फ्यू प्रोफेशंस ऑफ कोर्स. बट दिस पॉइंट इज दैट हम एकेडमिक बेस्ड जब चॉइस कर लेते हैं ना, हम कितने सारे फैक्टर्स तो भूल ही जाते हैं. और वो ना आपको कब रियलाइज होते हैं, जब आप अंडरग्रेड में जाते हो, मास्टर्स में जाते हो, या फिर आप एक्चुअल जॉब में जाते हो, जहां आपको पता चलेगा कि जिसमें आपने सिग्निफिकेंट एफर्ट डाल दिया, दिन रात आपने खाली पढ़ाई स्पेस में डाल दिया, उसका अब रेलेवेंस क्या है वो क्वेश्चन है. वर्सेस पीपल जिन्होंने होलिस्टिक लर्निंग किया, वेयर इज एकेडमिक भी ठीक है जो करना था, बट अलोंग विद दैट दे डिड अ लॉट ऑफ स्किल बिल्डिंग, लॉट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस बिल्डिंग. वो लोग जब वर्क वर्ल्ड में जा रहे थे ना, दे केम आउट एज मच मोर डोमिनेंट एंड पावरफुल रादर देन पीपल हु आर ओनली एकेडमिक ड्रिवन. नाउ दिस वाज अगेन अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्पेस फॉर अस. So here, when you make choice based on academic, it's always a very interesting questionable parameter on a longer journey. Now moving to the next aspect, which is scope in market. यार ये ना मैं बहुत सालों से सुनता हूँ, अरे ये फील्ड में स्कोप, इनफैक्ट स्कोप. आज की एक स्टोरी बताता हूँ. टुडे मॉर्निंग आई हैड अ मीटिंग अराउंड 10 o'clock with one interesting guy. He was 27. Okay, and I want you guys to listen this very carefully because it's very fresh in my head. That guy got into civil engineering. Okay, civil engineering में इसलिए किया क्योंकि उसको लगा बिल्डर है, बहुत पैसा है. 2 साल बाद उसको सिविल इंजीनियरिंग नहीं जमा. He then decided कि मेरे को बिजनेस में जाना है ना eventually, so I will do BMS. He got into BMS. He completed BMS. Okay, and while he completed BMS, अब उसको लगा कि मशीन लर्निंग, एआई, बिग डेटा वो सब में स्कोप है, तो अलॉन्ग विद बीएमएस वो पैरेलली ये सब के छोटे छोटे कोर्सेज करने लग गया. अब जब उसने ये कोर्सेज खत्म किया, बीएमएस खत्म हुआ, अब उसको लगा कि उसको टेक्निकल स्पेस में जाना है, तो उसने पीजीडीएम एआई और मशीन लर्निंग में करना शुरू किया, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इसमें. फिर उसने और एक पीजीडीएम किया बिग डेटा में. उसके बाद आज वो जब मुझे मिलने आया, मुझे he was asking me, Dhaval, what more I can study? And I was very fascinated. What I was seeing is a person who is only driven by certain external factors about and things which he heard or he hears, but he really doesn't know why he's doing only. उसको पता ही नहीं वो क्यों कर रहा है, उसको आइडिया ही नहीं है. उसने आज वो 27 का हो चुका है और 27 में उसने खाली और खाली ये सोचा कि ये कर लूंगा तो कुछ हो जाएगा, ये कर लूंगा तो कुछ हो जाएगा, ये कोर्स कर लूंगा तो कुछ सेट फिगर आउट हो जाएगा. He completed brilliant courses, but he's still clueless. Now this is just one example of highlighting. A lot of people are choosing career ये thought से, ये फील्ड में आगे बहुत काम है, ये फील्ड में आगे बहुत स्कोप है, ये फील्ड में आगे बहुत ये. See, दुनिया में ना ऐसा कोई फील्ड है ही नहीं जिसमें स्कोप नहीं है. Let's take this line from me and don't believe anybody else now when they say इसमें स्कोप है नहीं है. बिग डेटा में स्कोप है. सैंडविच वाले में भी एक स्कोप है. तुम सैंडविच बेचना तुम क्यों आता है तो तुम उसमें भी ज्यादा कमा लोगे. स्कोप इज अ वेरी रिलेटिव वर्ड. हाँ, अगर तुम ये बोलो कि कौन से फील्ड के प्रोफेशंस इजीली अवेलेबल है, इजीली अवेलेबल, then I will say okay, you know what, maybe marketing में easily available है, maybe IT में काफी सारे प्रोफेशन तुमको comparatively easily मिल जाएंगे. Every field, if you know how to look into it. So people make a lot of choices when we are young in these things कि oh AI में scope है मैं कर लेता हूँ, but the question you never ask, क्या AI मेरे लिए suitable है, ये क्वेश्चन हम कभी नहीं पूछते. So moving on to the other ways we are making choices. All of us जो हम लोग यंग एज पे जब चॉइस करते हैं करियर की, ट्रेंडिंग करियर्स एज अ सेड, फिर पैशन एंड इंटरेस्ट. सी नाउ ये टॉपिक पे ना मुझे बहुत बात करना है, ओके, एंड आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. सो जब कोई बंदा मेरे पास आता है कि धवल भाई आई एम पैशनेट अबाउट इट, मैं उसको पूछता हूँ तू आया ही क्यों फिर इधर, लाइक व्हाई हैव यू इवन कम. इट्स जस्ट दैट आई डोंट नो सर्टेन थिंग्स. हम लोग ने एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज क्या देखी, जब हम यंग होते हैं हम अट्रैक्ट होते हैं. पैशन और अट्रैक्शन में बहुत बड़ा फर्क है जो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम हम नहीं समझ पाते. सो लेट्स से you know when you say I ask people what do you want to get into it, they say I want to get into finance. Why? I'm interested in it. And I have a question, तेरे को कैसे पता चला तू इंटरेस्टेड है? हाउ डू यू कम टू नो? अगर सचिन ये बोलता कि मेरे को क्रिकेट में इंटरेस्ट है, तुम मानोगे कि नहीं? ऑफ कोर्स मानोगे. बट अगर सचिन ये बोलता आई थिंक मेरे को फाइनेंस में इंटरेस्ट है, वुड यू बिलीव इट? व्हेन ही वाज यंग अगर वो ये बोलता मेरे को फाइनेंस में इंटरेस्ट है, वुड यू बिलीव इट? नॉट रियली. क्रिकेट इसलिए मानते हैं क्योंकि क्रिकेट में उसने दिखाया है करके. क्रिकेट इसलिए मानते हैं क्योंकि क्रिकेट में आपने देखा है उसको एक्शन लेते हुए. फाइनेंस में क्या ही किया है उसने. अब दिस इज वेयर द होल एम्बिग्विटी विद इंटरेस्ट और पैशन का आता है. Interest or passion is always a series of action which you take beyond academics. So अगर आप बोलते हो कि आपको ये फील्ड में इंटरेस्ट है, जैसे let's say you say I'm interested in photography, अब आप एक्चुअल में अपने फ्री टाइम में, अपने इंडिविजुअल टाइम में कितना सीखने की कोशिश करते हो, कितना बाहर जाते हो, इवन कट्टू के स्पेस में भी आप टाइम निकाल के फोटोग्राफी करने जाते हो. ये सब एक्शन होती है जो दिखाती है कि आपको जेन्युइनली फोटोग्राफी में इंटरेस्ट है. अदरवाइज तब तक मे बी फोटो सी आगे जाके हो सकता है, नोबडी इज डिनाइंग, बट तब तक देयर इज नथिंग टू वैलिडेट अबाउट इट. And that is something which becomes a very confusing space. So when you say you are interested and passionate, you actually have to check क्या कोई एक्शन इसको वेरीफाई कर रही है. बिकॉज अगर आप बोलोगे आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन बिकमिंग अ पायलट, ओके, यू आर इंटरेस्टेड और यू आर फैसिनेटेड और यू आर अट्रैक्टेड, बहुत बड़ा फर्क है. You say I want to become an IT engineer, I'm interested. How are you interested, or you just think becoming an IT engineer is a good safe space? Start being honest because it helps. It helps to make better choices and decisions. So a lot of things which we understood that most of the people जब ऐसे सब choices कर रहे हैं ना करियर के, इसमें fundamental errors हो रहे हैं. And that is something which we wanted to touch upon के boss, okay, ये एक थोड़ा challenging space है. Now the last way people make choices are based on aptitude test, psychometric test, DMIT test. See guys, this is ये मेरी field है, but let me tell you they don't work, okay? They just don't work. How many people have already done this aptitude DMIT test? Can you just raise your hand? Like कभी ना कभी लाइफ में aptitude test लिया है या DMIT या psychometric या any of it? Yeah, good. Please. Thank you. Anybody? I'm sure काफी लोगों ने लिया रहेगा guys. Come on. Let's raise your hands. Nothing wrong, nothing wrong. We all have done it, taken it, because that's the best available thing which we thought. Okay. So people who have taken it, I think they will be in a better space for me to respond. And people who have not taken it also, let's understand. ये test होती क्या है? It's a series of questions, right? It's a series of questions. Do you think you're going to be honest and vulnerable on a piece of paper for the first thing? That is the first question I have. Secondly, do you think आप सब सच बोलने वाले हो उसमें? Third, do you think that test covers every area of your life? Fourth, do you think आप यही टेस्ट अभी लोगे और 4 महीने बाद लोगे सेम रिजल्ट आएगा? And the last question, do you think that यही टेस्ट, okay, यही टेस्ट कोई और इंटरप्रेट करेगा तो सेम रिजल्ट आएगा? नो. एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट ये था कि अगर करियर जैसी चीज एक टेस्ट और 2 डिस्कशन से सॉर्ट आउट हो जाती ना, आई थिंक सो मेनी वुड हैव बीन लिविंग हैप्पीली यार. बट व्हाट interestingly, you know why people avoid also this topic? The reason for people to avoid this topic is because they know it's complicated. It's complicated thoda, and that's why people don't want to get into it also, and that's where वो एक दो डिसीजन जो हमारे दिमाग में फिट हो जाते हैं ना, हम बस उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करना चाहते हैं. मुझे कहाँ ना कहाँ अंदर से वॉइस है कि मे बी सीए में मुझे नहीं पसंद या मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, बट फिर भी कोई बोले क्या कहना, अरे सीए फिक्स है मेरा, बट अंदर की वॉइस अलग होती है. अब ये सब बहुत छोटे छोटे पॉइंटर्स है जो सालों से हम इतने माइक्रो लेवल पे देखते आ चुके हैं, एंड दैट इज समथिंग ओके व्हिच वी सॉ. सो have I covered all the pointers, guys, of how people are making career choices? I will just scan it once again. If you have any other point of how people are currently making genuine choices, please let me know. So friends, family, role models, influencers, fame, money, respect, scope, trending careers, passion, interest, aptitude test, या जो भी है aptitude DMIT test, and subjects जो मैंने इसमें mention नहीं किया है. Have I covered everything? Yes? Just a thumbs up if you think I've covered everything. If you guys think there are a few more pointers. Okay, great. Other people, please. I think I would need an answer from all of them in this, after which I'll move ahead so that at least I know everybody has, सब लोग जिंदा है, सब लोग बोर होके मर नहीं गए अभी तक. Cool. Great. चलो, I have sufficient response to move ahead. So guys, हम लोग ने एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज जब ये समझ में आया कि एग्जैक्टली करियर में हो क्या रहा है, तो अब अगर आप हाउ कुड यू डिफरेंशिएट बिटवीन इंटरेस्ट एंड करियर चॉइस? Sara, okay, I'll answer this question now and maybe later again in detail, but in brief, interest is directly measured by the consistent actions you are taking regardless of your current situation. Please, the reason I have repeated this very slowly is for you to understand it again. Interest is something which you are repeatedly doing or executing in your life regardless of any particular reasoning or challenges. So I'll give you an example. अगर as I said, जैसे मैंने क्रिकेट का एग्जांपल लिया, हम कोई और एग्जांपल लेते हैं. Let's say okay, let me give you a real example with like हेत करके एक बंदा है, like you know very close to me. I've been seeing him since very young age. अब वो क्या करता था जब यंग था, तब कंप्यूटर हम सबके पास है, राइट? उसने ना सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड में पता नहीं क्या हुआ, एंड ही इज लाइक के मैं गेम बनाऊंगा, गेम डिजाइन करूंगा. और वो 6th स्टैंडर्ड में ना, मतलब वो स्कूल जाता था, नीचे आता था, यू नो दोस्तों के साथ खेलता था, बट दूसरे फ्री टाइम में उसने 6th स्टैंडर्ड में फ्लैपी बर्ड करके गेम आई थी, इफ यू गाइस रिमेंबर. तो उसने फ्लैपी बर्ड जैसी एक गेम का सेम रेप्लिका बनाया. अब 8th स्टैंडर्ड में वही बंदे ने बैंकिंग की वेबसाइट बना दी. अब इफ आई टेल यू गाइस, कौन से करियर में जाएगा वो बंदा? कौन से करियर? व्हाट डू यू थिंक सारा? व्हिच करियर विल दिस गाय गो इनटू?
According to me, I think what you like more would directly affect, like you're wanting to do that would affect it.
So let's say if I'm only talking about Heath here, okay, the same guy, मैंने आपको खाली ब्रीफ किया कि उसने गेम बना दिया 6th स्टैंडर्ड में, 8th स्टैंडर्ड में बैंकिंग का वेबसाइट खुद से बनाया बैठ बैठ के, कौन से फील्ड में जाएगा ये बंदा? Which field?
He will be influenced mainly to do banking, but I think he likes doing.
He designed a banking website. He made a game. So probably yes, exactly, Ridman. Most likely programming. Yes, programming, IT, something like that. मैंने इसके बारे में हार्डली 15 सेकंड बताया आपको, 15-20 सेकंड, राइट? I didn't even explain you who that guy is. 15-20 seconds and you know which field he is going to get into. This is interest. And today exactly, if I have to tell the current scenario, that guy just completed masters in IT from Boston University, and he was the only few who got placed even before his college was done. Now, the significant part here is this. It's not the field, it's the way he approached field. क्योंकि ये हम सब field में कर सकते हैं. So interest, when people say interest, it's defined by this. Interest is not something which is a word to be used that I am interested in it. I am passionate. You can say, I want to understand it. But when you use the word interest, it's a confirmation. And you can't confirm something until you have experienced it or done it. So guys, it's a very important thing which I am highlighting because मैं बहुत सालों से ये प्रॉब्लम देख रहा हूँ. क्योंकि आप खुद सोचो, अगर आप पेरेंट पूछ रहे बेटा क्या करना है, आप बोलोगे आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन डूइंग सीए और आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन इंजीनियरिंग, it's more like a confirmation. It's more like a confirmation you actually are giving them. And you are giving to your own self. You can say that I am thinking, I'm inclined thoda bahut udhar, but I'm not sure. That's a better statement to use. Okay. So when you say interest, passion, people who are genuinely interested, उन लोग को कभी career का issue आता ही नहीं, honestly, because they always figure out. But most of us, we are lost. Now, let me tell you the abhi very, very core, interesting, the real issue with why we are lost. Okay. And that I'll take you back. Sarah, you can turn off your video if you want. So here I will take you back to this page. शांति से guys observe करो. आप 6-8 घंटा एकेडमिक में डालते हो, फिर दोस्तों में डालते हो, फिर 3 से 5 घंटे मीडिया में डालते हो, ओके, फिर हॉबी, स्पोर्ट्स, फैमिली, गेमिंग. एक्चुअल में आप करियर के बारे में सोच कभी रहे हो? When are you exactly thinking about your career? Day in, day out, your mind is completely involved and functioning in so many areas. आप स्कूल में जाओ, एक पार्ट हो गया जो हाँ आप एकेडमिक करोगे, फिर दूसरा एस्पेक्ट हो गया जहाँ आप दोस्त, फ्रेंड्स, हाउ एम आई लुकिंग, रिलेशनशिप्स, फैमिली इश्यूज. करियर है किधर? बहुत पीसफुली सोचो. Do we really even give that time to really figure out and design our career? Shanti se, actual time. Something which I'm going to do for the next 30 years of my life. How much actual time I'm giving it? Almost negligible. Almost negligible. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं, जब 10th आता है तब सोचते हैं ओ शिट क्या करना है 10th के बाद, एंड कुछ लोग पैनिक होंगे और फिर फटाफट दे वांट टू जस्ट कंफर्म विद द डिसीजन, दे वांट टू गेट रिड ऑफ इट ताकि उनको क्लैरिटी आए. देयर आर सम पीपल जो लास्ट मोमेंट पे करेंगे, एंड सम पीपल विल चूज साइंस और वो सब्जेक्ट बेस्ड चॉइस कर लेंगे. कि भाई मेरे को मैथ्स नहीं अच्छा लगता तो बायो, मेरे को फिजिक्स अच्छा लगता है तो इंजीनियरिंग, ऐसे खत्म करके यू विल फिनिश इट ऑफ. You want to finish the topic, and then you want to do the same thing which you have been doing throughout the 10 years of your academic, which is only study and give entrance exams, which you only don't know why you are doing. Very few people, only 5 to 10% of the people max are really clear about why they want to do what they want to do. And this was pretty significant again. Now इधर अब मैं आता हूं कोर चैलेंज पे. जब आपने ये दुनिया देखी which I just showed you, आपको पता है कि इसमें करियर तो था ही नहीं पिक्चर में, बट बैकग्राउंड में हम कंटिन्यूस लेवल पे हम अलग अलग विजुअल वर्ल्ड में जीते हैं. Now what do I mean by that? I want you guys to listen very carefully, because I can bet you that no one will highlight this point with respect to career to you. Let's understand what it means. आप एक इंस्टाग्राम स्क्रॉल कर रहे हो, ओके, और आप देख रहे हो, ओ वाह, अरे यार इसने मुझे बुलाया नहीं, ओ डैम यार ये कितनी हॉट लग रही है, अरे इस नया स्टैंड अप कॉमेडियन आया, अरे ये साइंस का फैक्ट बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, मुझे अच्छा लगता है, अरे यार बॉडी बिल्डिंग करना है, इवन आई वांट टू बी अ ट्रैवलर. इन अ मैटर ऑफ वन स्क्रॉल you hop from one thought to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. फिर आप एक YouTube वीडियो देखोगे, आप Netflix देखोगे, आप अपने दोस्तों को देखोगे. Are you understanding something very significant here, guys? What I'm going towards? We are, or we have entered into a highly hopping culture. Which means what? Which means what? In one scroll, अब सोचो अगर एक स्क्रोल में मैं अलग अलग फीलिंग्स और अलग अलग इमोशंस को एक्सपीरियंस करता हूँ या करती हूँ, मैं वो स्क्रोलिंग दिन में anywhere between 2 to 5 hours करता हूँ, या वॉचिंग, either scrolling, watching, anything. Imagine क्या आप ऐसे स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में डिसीजन ले भी पाओगे कभी? बिकॉज एक पार्ट ऑफ माइंड बोलेगा ओ आई वांट दिस, एक पार्ट ऑफ माइंड बोलेगा बट आई विल नॉट गेट दिस, एक पार्ट ऑफ माइंड बोलेगा बट मुझे ये तो नहीं चाहिए, एक पार्ट ऑफ माइंड बोलेगा बट व्हाट इफ आगे जाके ये हुआ. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग द स्टेट ऑफ माइंड विच इज बिकमिंग हियर, गाइस? So the core and the fundamental problem जो last 20 years में significant हुआ है, पहले नहीं करता था exist, is the idea and the visualization of who you are and what you want from life and career. ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट है जो कोई एड्रेस नहीं करता यंग एज पे. और फिर क्या करते हैं हम, ये सब को हटा के आ जाते हैं एकेडमिक पे. अब academic is not a measure of your emotional understanding. Academic is not a measure of your visual, like what you seek and what you desire and want in life, your imagination. Academic is no way a measure of your capacity. Academic is no way a measure of your fears. Academic is no way a measure of your strength. मतलब जो important parameters है career के हम touch ही नहीं कर रहे. And that is why so many people पूरा पढ़ाई का जर्नी स्ट्रगल करके खत्म करते हैं और फिर जॉब में भी स्ट्रगल ही करते रहते हैं. सो इफ यू आर लुकिंग टू स्ट्रगल फॉर योर लाइफ, then I think you should leave this call or masterclass. But if you are now really looking to enjoy your career journey, where you're bloody going to spend 30-40 years of your life, because I damn it enjoy every moment of it. आज तक मैंने 4000 सेशंस ले चुका रहूंगा, okay, more than that. But believe me, my energy level in doing the same thing is still very high, and it's only and only because the love I have for what I do now. And it was never the case. I found my love when I was 27. Today I'm 36. And I want you to find that space for yourself in a very smarter way, starting from young age, so that you don't have to struggle like most of them do. So guys, if you think you are ready to listen the whole process of how exactly anyone can figure out their own journey, just give me a thumbs up and I'll wait for, and I want all of them, whoever are choosing to be a part of this call aage, I want you to give me a strong thumbs up that yes, I want to figure out of how exactly the next part of my journey should, like I want to take control over my career. I want to design my career journey, and it can be anything. Okay, I don't give a shit about which field you want to get into. It doesn't matter. But if you are ready to choose to design your own career journey by your own, like, and controlling that, then I am more than happy to take it ahead from you. So do I get a thumbs up from everybody? I haven't received, guys. Please come on. Like jiska baki hai. And I'll be very honest, guys. If you are not really looking forward to it, it's okay. You can leave the call because anyways, it's your life. Okay. You have the control over your life. Okay. There are certain people who still not responded. Please, I would love you guys to respond. Please. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to explain you the whole process of how anyone can figure out their career journey. I can tell you that in this whole journey, the chances of you doing on your own are a bit difficult, but still I'm going to explain you the process, because there are certain people who can do that on their own, but there are a lot of people who will need help and support. Okay. But it's okay. But at least you figure out the process of how it needs to be done. So let's go ahead. Okay. Here it is. So if you see, career designing is a 3-step process. Okay. Now, बहुत simple लग रहा है. Okay, बहुत simple और straightforward लग रहा है, but let's understand it more deeply now. Step 1, know yourself. Step 2, research and knowledge building. And step 3, short courses and internships. Now, how have we come down to these 3 steps? And let's dig into one step at a time. The moment we say know yourself, okay, there are 2 aspects of individual. एक उसका internal world होता है. Okay, now what do I mean by internal world? Internal world का मतलब ये है कि उसके thoughts, feelings, belief system, value system, emotional space, fears, strengths, so many things about you as a person, of where you are. Now, why do we need to understand ये fact कि तुझे खुद को जानना जरूरी क्यों है? Because execute कौन करने वाला है प्रोफेशन? Execute तो तुम ही करोगे ना. अब कितने सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको let's say आर्टिस्टिक फील्ड में इंटरेस्ट है, बट उनके अंदर जब वो देखते हैं तो मल्टीपल सेट ऑफ फियर्स है जो उनको एग्जीक्यूट नहीं करने देती. Have you come across these people? If anybody has come across people जिनको करना कुछ है but they are not confident or they are scared of doing it, please raise your hand. Whether you have experience, yes, you're scared. You know you want to experiment with certain things, but you are scared of doing it. So why do we need to spend time in knowing? Knowing का fundamental reason ये है because when you know the truth about you and where you are placed internally, क्योंकि वही बंदा execute करने वाला है, तो at least हमको एक clarity आएगी कि where you are right now and to do what you want to do, where exactly you have to reach. Now, most of the people skip this step. So इसमें 2 फैक्टर है. एक हो गया इंटरनल पैरामीटर्स as I said which I talked about, और एक हो गया एक्सटर्नल पैरामीटर्स. एक्सटर्नल पैरामीटर्स मतलब फैमिली, सोशल स्पेस, लाइफस्टाइल, एकेडमिक, फाइनेंशियल स्पेस. अब ये सब प्रैक्टिकल चीज है, राइट? अब ये भी अफेक्ट करती है आपके करियर डिसीजन में. सो अगर आप देखोगे आपका करियर डिसीजन कॉम्बिनेशन होता है इंटरनल प्लस एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स का टुगेदर. अब अनफॉर्चुनेटली most of us don't do that. कुछ भी नहीं करते इसमें से. हम ये समझने की कोशिश नहीं करते कि ओके, एक हो गया इंटरनल फैक्टर which you are there because you have to execute it, और एक हो गया external factors which is the impact of the surrounding parameters on my decision. अब जब तक आप ये दो फैक्टर को समझ के इंटीग्रेट नहीं करोगे ना, तब तक आपको कोई पाथवे मिलेगा नहीं, तब तक द डिसीजन विल ऑलवेज बी एम्बिगुअस, मतलब आपके दिमाग में वो डाउट और एम्बिग्विटी रहेगा ही रहेगा. Now this is something which is very interesting, which we need to understand. And unfortunately now you see, why did I say that most of the people don't know only how to do it. So overall this is something which is a very very fundamental challenge here. Step 1 ही लोग नहीं जानते कैसे करना है, and that is where they jump the most significant step. You want to do a career which you like, you want to do career which you can enjoy, you want to do career in which you make money, you want to do career which gives you the life which you have imagined, but आप हो किधर? Where are you? Where are you in your any of your decision? आप तो हो ही नहीं. Either friends हो गया, either media हो गया, either influencing factor हो गया, either scope हो गया, either fame, money, tag हो गया. आप हो किधर? Where are you? ये significant question है जो कोई नहीं पूछता. And this was the first biggest challenge which was found in the research, that people when they're making career choices, there is significant amount of self-awareness which was missing. Self-awareness सबसे बड़ा की था, जो most of the लोग शायद पता ही नहीं है कैसे करना, या बहुत you can say restless, या अच्छा नहीं feel करते तो छोड़ देते ये topic को, just because it may make you feel uncomfortable. Very very significant point. Okay guys, moving to the step 2 part. जब when you say, what the second point was understood is that working professionals में एक सर्वे में एक स्टेटमेंट ना बहुत कांस्टेंट पाया गया था, which stated something like this, कि I wish I knew this profession में ऐसा करना पड़ता है या ऐसा होता है. I wish I knew this profession ऐसा होता था. So which got us back into very interesting thing. A lot of times when we are young, we think about a profession in a certain way. But when we get into it, तब पता चलता है, oh, it is exactly not like that. It is very different from what I had thought of. And that is a hit. Now, some people are okay taking that hit and processing it, but there are a lot of people जो अटक जाते हैं. So the second step, which was missing in most of the people's journey, was real knowledge and awareness about the profession. So it's like, you understand, you are entering a 30-year-old game without even spending 3 hours. Are you understanding, guys? If you find it funny, you can put a smiley, some funny smiley, because it is funny that आप 30 साल की गेम खेल रहे हो जिसमें आप genuinely 3 घंटे भी नहीं डाल रहे हो figure out करने में अच्छे से. Just because you get careless or just because you find it difficult, आप छोड़ देते हो. But end of the day, you are entering into some other profession which is going to, spend time and consume you. It's not funny also anymore, honestly, because there are so many stresses related to career now which are not being addressed. So it's very important, guys, that before entering into a profession, you have in-depth knowledge and research about what you are entering in reality and not what you think. Okay? If you know this, आप offbeat profession में भी जा पाओगे. So for example, one girl with whom we worked with, we worked around with makeup artist, okay, the profession. Now पहले makeup artist में myth था उसका, okay, makeup artist मतलब ये ऐसे type के लोग करते हैं और makeup artist में पैसा नहीं है, this, that, and a lot of things which she had in mind. Then when we got into the research and understanding, she understood how much bloody money makeup artists make and how they function and how there are categories of makeup artists overall and what sector and space she wants to be in. Today, she is a makeup artist and she has started her journey in building a profile and she's enjoying every bit of it. So knowledge and research will give you power about entering into the profession very strongly. And the third step, which is a very crucial key here, very, very crucial factor, is short course or internship. Now, internship, I can definitely say subject nahi milega because of the age factor and whatever that it is. But fortunately, we are in a world where every field has their short course available either on YouTube or Udemy or any Coursera or EDX or any of those websites. So if you want to check and experiment what you want to do, you can actually have a check there before entering into, like, think about it. You are entering into something which is going to be with you for the next 25-30 years. Isn't it wise to have a check before you enter? Isn't it wise? मतलब आपको एक्टिंग तक में जाना है ना, उसके भी कोर्सेज अवेलेबल है. अगर आपको सिनेमाटोग्राफी में जाना है, अगर आपको डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में जाना है, फाइनेंस में जाना है, अगर आपको कोई ऑफ बीट फील्ड में जाना है, अगर आपको ब्लॉगिंग में जाना है, सबके लिए कोर्सेज अवेलेबल है, सबके लिए एक स्पेस अवेलेबल है. क्या हम यूज नहीं कर सकते ये चीज? सोचिए. This is one thing which I always question young people, that dude, you have space to experiment. कर लेना यार, कर ले, फायदा होगा तेरा, क्लैरिटी मिलेगा तेरे को. So now if you understand this 3-step process, guys, okay, think about it very carefully. Step 1, knowing yourself genuinely, because this is the 50% of work done, because knowing से तुम narrow down कर पाओगे कौन से फील्ड और कौन से सेक्टर तुमसे naturally sync में आते हैं. Second, let's build knowledge and research about the field. Third, let's do a short course or internship, whatever is available in that space. Now, once you do all the 3 steps, that's where you move towards actual clarity. Okay, this is me. This is the knowledge I have. This is the experience and experiment. And I think this is the field I want to get into. I know I will like this part. I will not like this aspect of it. But I am now comfortable to design my journey in this field. And this was found to be the actual process. And unfortunately, this is a process which hardly anyone is even aware of or is doing. Somebody is only doing step 3. Somebody is only doing step 2 and 3. And there are a rare set of people who are doing 1, 2, and 3. Any jump will create confusion. And this is something which is the most significant. So whether you are in 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, doesn't matter. Whether you are undergrad or degree, doesn't matter. Whether you're a working professional, doesn't matter. The process is same. The factors changes. कुछ aspects change होते हैं, कुछ priorities बदल जाती है, but the process remains the same. It's very important, guys, for you to understand yourself holistically, come down to few options, build knowledge, build short experiences and understanding, and then take a call. If you do that, you can approach the career with such power, such integrity, and you will never, ever be, in a space that, oh shit, I don't know what is happening with my life. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm lost. You are always aware. Even if you have a bad phase, you are aware. Even if you have amazing phase, you are aware. Now think about all of us, guys. हम कर क्या रहे हैं? सुबह से लेकर रात तक हम एकेडमिक करते हैं, मीडिया में टाइम डालते हैं, विजुअलाइज कुछ ना कुछ सोचते हैं, विजुअलाइज करते हैं, एक्सपेक्टेशंस बिल्ड करते हैं. बट क्या हमने कभी भी करियर को लेकर कॉन्शियस एफर्ट डाला? इट डजंट मैटर. आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट डजंट मैटर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू फील्ड. यू टेल मी any random field. I'm like, I can tell you the journey. I can tell you how exactly you can work around with. But the important is not the career. The important aspect is how much time you're putting. Now, I can't completely blame you guys also, because हमारा ecosystem, हमारा current, maybe with school, peers, family, सब लोग academic पे इतना focus कर लेते हैं कि भूल जाते हैं कि academic का role बहुत limited है. Academic is not your career. Academic is not the way you design your career journey. And that is the reason I have clients जो 98% लाने के बाद भी end of the day, they are confused. I have clients जो 70% में भी, confused. So guys, when you think about career, I want you to start design your career in this manner. Now, I want you guys to put forward all the doubts, queries, questions you have, which I'm going to address slowly and steady, and any doubt and any query. Okay. And then before that, I'm going to just share you how exactly, overall a structure which we have designed has worked around for people. You can follow this structure on your own. You can follow this structure with help of somebody else. You can follow this structure. If you want our help, we'll be more than happy. But it doesn't matter. The structure itself has helped people a lot. Okay. Now, Mehak, I'll be answering your question. So, okay, let's do one thing. Let's first address the questions people have, and then I'll come to the final conclusion, because that's the most important part of how you can do it by yourself also. So, Mehak, so is there a scope of BTech CSC in USA? When you say BTech CSC, are you talking about, after you've studied BTech and then going to UK, or studying there in, studying, undergrad in USA? Can you just help me out, please? You can unmute yourself, Mehak, and let me know. It's okay. So, आप उधर पढ़ने की बात कर रहे हो या पढ़ाई के बाद जाने की बात कर रहे हो? अच्छा, you've already studied in India and now going. यार देख Mehak, इसमें challenge क्या है? I'll tell you. इसमें if you've studied in India, then you can only go via company. Company से जाना easy है. मतलब let's say you're working in a company, फिर वो company अगर आपको post उधर देता है abroad में, USA या कोई जगह पे, then transitioning is easy. Otherwise, directly getting a job doing BTech here is थोड़ा doubtful, because already they have a lot of people who are already there studying masters also there. तो वो लोग always specialization को थोड़ा prefer करेंगे, because they think that कि ये बंदे ने इसमें specialize किया हुआ है, तो they will always prefer that. But if you go via company, let's say you're working in a company, let's say you're working in Infosys, और Infosys तुझे project पे उधर भेजता है, that is when you can go and work around with it. But otherwise, they already have a lot of people there. So तुझे priority देने के लिए you have to be something extraordinary, or you really have to be something out of the box, after which the company would consider you. So to answer your question, it's not going to be that easy for sure. Okay. I hope I answered you, Mehak. Okay, perfect. Other questions, guys? Please come. Anybody, just come out with any random questions you have, and I'm more than happy to answer, guys. If it's about any odd fields also, if it's anything, it's your life, it's your career. You have my access right now. Please. Yes, Chandri. You can tell me. You can unmute yourself and tell me also, not a problem. Okay. Chandni Siddiqui, right? Okay. Chandni, if you have a question, you can put it out. It's okay. Anybody else, guys? As I said, guys, you have my access right now. I will answer every question. How do I pursue astronomy? Wow. Interesting question. So here, see, you're talking about a very, very interesting field. First of all, तू मुझे ये बताएगा कि astronomy तुझे मतलब, are you planning to do in India or are you planning to do abroad या क्या? Okay. एक minute. Okay, you're not sure. You're not sure. Okay, chalo, let's go. So generally, जनरली देयर आर मल्टीपल पाथ्स, ओके, आई मीन तू शांति से देखेगा। सो जनरली एक जो सबसे कॉमन पाथ है वो 12th साइंस के बाद बीएससी इन फिजिक्स या अप्लाइड फिजिक्स में लोग जाते हैं, एंड देन दे कैन प्रोसीड टू एमएससी, ओके। सो दैट इज अ वेरी ट्रेडिशनल पाथ। अभी इसमें बहुत सारे अलग यू नो and physics, then you do MSc, and then there is PhD in physics. That is one way. सेकेंड बात यह है कि तुम साइंस कर लो, तुम बीटेक भी कर लेते हो कंप्यूटर साइंस और उसमें, और फिर तुम एमटेक या एमएससी इन फिजिक्स या एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स कर सकते हो, एमटेक या एमएससी। फिर उसके बाद बीएससी इन फिजिक्स होता है, फिर एमएससी इन फिजिक्स या एस्ट्रोफिजिसिस्ट, एस्ट्रोनॉमी, ये सब है। सो बेसिकली these are different ways. So even via engineering you can do, and even via you can work around with doing BSc and MSc in physics or astronomy directly. So you can do it in India, you can do it in abroad, but Aryan, it's very important for you to be clear about why you want to do it. See, because ये field बहुत fascinating sound करती है, okay, but तुझे इसका truth पता होना चाहिए कि exactly ये field काम कैसे करता है, what exactly is the actual work जो लोग करते हैं इसमें, और अगर तू जाता है तो तेरी रफ जर्नी क्या होगी इसमें। like let's say if you get into doing MSc in astrophysics या MSc in physics, तो actual काम क्या करेगा वो विजुअलाइजेशन तुझे होना जरूरी है, okay। you can take help of YouTube actually. So YouTube पे you can search people जो astrophysics कर रहे हैं। एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लिंक्डइन पे भी आप जा सकते हो, लिंक्डइन पे पीपल हु आर प्रैक्टिसिंग एस्ट्रोफिजिक्स, यू कैन गेट इन टच विद देम। उसमें से कुछ लोग रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे, यू कैन आस्क देम कि इसमें काम क्या है, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द वर्क, हाउ इट गोज। यूट्यूब पे भी बहुत डेटा मिलेगा, तो इसका रियलिस्टिक जर्नी समझ ले, बिकॉज एज आई सेड, एज इंटरेस्टिंग एज इट साउंड्स, यू हैव टू रिलेट विद योरसेल्फ हियर, ओके, यू हैव टू रिलेट विद योरसेल्फ। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Aryan, I hope I've addressed your question, if I'm not wrong. Aryan, yes, okay, perfect. Now I'll move to the next question. Ridman, how are you? How are we better than other counselors? What sets you apart? Ridman, I don't think I'm better or good, or I'm not a counselor. First of all, get that point clear. We are here to design journeys. Counselor का काम होता है तुझे बताना तेरे लिए सही गलत क्या है. I don't do that shit. I don't believe in telling you what is good and bad for your life. I'm sorry. I am a person who helps people design their career journey, designing. Now, I don't know what sets me apart. I don't give a shit about that, question. I only have known one fact, honestly, in the last 10 years. I know the process of how anyone can figure out their journey, and it's not a day or two thing, is what I've realized. मतलब ये एक दो दिन का काम नहीं। हमारे वहाँ काउंसलिंग प्रोसेस होता क्या है, तुम आओ, तुम एक दो टेस्ट लो, एक दो जवाब दे दो, एक रिपोर्ट दे दो, हो गया। तू खुद सोचना, इतना इजीली सॉर्टेड होता तो एवरी टॉम डिक एंड हैरी वुड हैव एंजॉयड देयर करियर जर्नी, राइट। हम लोग के एम्बिग्विटी और डाउट ही नहीं होता। When we work, we stay with one person for 1 year to 3 year period. The whole work itself is divided into 3-4 months, and then we created a support system so that while executing भी हम उनके साथ रहते हैं, अटकते हैं तो चेंज लाते हैं, क्या होता है। So it's a very organic process which we have designed, very organic, बहुत realistic process हम बनाते हैं। हम लोग ये वो नहीं है कि तू आ, एक दो चीज बता दिया, हो गया बेटा, काम खत्म, निकल जाओ, नहीं। Let's be realistic, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है। End of the day we are shit confused. तुम्हारा करियर का जर्नी का क्लैरिटी it only comes with time, only and only comes with time, and we are people who are going to be with you, walk with you, understand you, and तेरा आंसर तेरे में से निकालूंगा और तेरा आंसर तुझे स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाऊंगा। This is the beauty about the process, because I don't believe somebody else should tell you what is good and bad for your life. I don't know, buddy, I answered your question right or wrong, but I was just being honest, okay? I was just being very honest and direct. Okay. Can someone have multiple professions? Oh yes. Oh yes. People can have multiple professions. So we have worked with professions, जैसे we have worked with professions जिसमें we have designed in such a way कि वो एक, because उसकी risk taking ability let's say कम होती है, but हम लोग उसका artistic side देख रहे हैं। So एक बंदा है जिसके साथ हम लोग ने I think IT plus stand-up comedian का combination किया था. Then the makeup artist girl which I said, हम लोग direct makeup पे नहीं घुसे थे. Starting में she was into digital marketing plus makeup artist. So पहले वो digital marketing में थी, फिर वो makeup artist parallelly, and then when she gained confidence, then we shifted completely. So here, yes, definitely people can have multiple profession, but it's very important to choose wisely which, because वरना multiple profession consuming हो जाता है अगर हम right choose नहीं करते तो. Emil, I think I answered your question. Yeah. Okay. Emil, I think I answered. Cool. Now moving to the next question. Spriha. Okay. How can traditional artists compete in digitized world? I have gotten this question so many times. Okay, I like it. Also, huge money is a huge factor, and my biggest fear is that I cannot make a lot of it if I pursue my passion. How do I go about it? Spriya, see, I want to answer this question for you, but you know, I mean, I would love you to get in touch with me one-on-one, honestly, because it's a very valid question. It's a very honest question, and it's something which is a pain point for artists also, or people who are genuinely traditional artists. उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा pain point है. I have met people who have figured out their life, okay, in a tough way, specifically in the artistic space. But there are ways and methods, and इसमें artist मतलब you can say the skill is not a problem, the mindset is an issue. I don't know whether I'm whether you're understanding this or not, but it's not the skill, it's the mindset which is a challenge for the artist people, which creates this challenge, is what we have seen. So it's not that आपको पैसा कमाना है तो challenge है, आप कमा सकते हो. I have known people, I have known artists, but इधर ना बहुत सारे moral battles होते हैं. बहुत सारे moral battles होते हैं जिसके कारण हम अटक जाते हैं. So Spriya, I would love you to get in touch with me, okay? If you really want to answer this, because इसका आंसर थोड़ा डीप है, इसका आंसर थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है. It's not a very traditional answer, but I will definitely, if you want to get in touch with me, I'll be more than happy to address this issue with you. Yeah, cool. Coming to the next question. Sir, if I'm an MBBS graduate from AIMS, then can I go further studies in USA and do a residency? Yes, you can. And will I get scholarship or any waivers for further studies? यार ये ना महक, it's a questionable thing, okay? It's a questionable fact whether you will get or not, because ये एक ऐसा एरिया है जिसमें बहुत specific और certain criteria और priorities matter करते हैं. So इसमें overall you need to connect with, like, if you come out, I will connect you with certain people जो already ये करते हैं. I think they will be in a better space to answer this question for you, specifically scholarship and WOSAM related. But yes, you can definitely, go for further residency and specialization abroad. Like, I have a very close friend of mine who studied MBBS here, and now he is in US and practicing there, and now probably he's going to be there for good. So there are ways where you can do that. And but yeah, with respect to scholarship, there are thoda challenges. It's not going to be that easy for sure. And which is harder, NEET PG or yeah, I don't believe in answering these things, yeah, honestly, because yeah, harder was relative statement, yeah. So USMLE, people have found USMLE simple. I have come across people और उनको need बहुत tough और competitive लगता है. So I have come across people, where it's variety. So it's a very personalized thought process and approach which is there. So इसमें कोई भी जवाब देना ना सही या गलत नहीं होगा. So ऐसे जवाब का कोई सेंस नहीं बनता. Fair? Okay. Okay, Bishmay, after MBBS, can one go into space science? Wow. Okay. See, you can go into space science, but where you start from is a question again. Now, space sciences में exactly, Bishmay, can you help me out? What exactly sector do you mean? Like when you say space sciences, it's a very broad word, right? If you can थोड़ा मुझे specify करेगा, तो I can give you more pointed answer. So you can just help me out there, and maybe I'll answer Gunshraj's question meanwhile. Gunshraj, you have a question how to thrive in whatever you're doing. यार गुंशराज ये I think इसका जवाब you know it, but let me put forward. एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन, सिंपल जवाब ये है कि जब तक तुम्हारी एनर्जी अलाइनमेंट नहीं होगा तब तक तुम कितना भी मेहनत करो, you will never get an outcome. Now what do I mean by that? We are in a world जहाँ हम mentally बहुत scattered है अलग अलग बाजू पे, right? So if you want to thrive in something, there are 3 to 4 important factors which are required. First, energy alignment. Now I don't think people will talk about it a lot, but this is the key factor here. Unless and until you energize, you align your energy in certain areas and fields, you will not be able to thrive अच्छे से happily. Secondly, very integral part, you must have heard it, but we are in a generation where we want quick result, but I'm sorry, how much quick you want, you learn to have patience and you have to slow down. So if you slow down, you will be able to see the beauty of the field better and you will be able to enjoy the field better. Third, again, a very important point, you should create a brilliant network about that field अपने आजू बाजू में. So the more networking you do about the set of people in that particular field, the chances of you thriving and doing amazing are very high. So if you have to ask me, these are the 3 very, very integral part, apart from which skill set is something everybody knows about by now. Okay, you know, you should have XYZ skills in your profession, but ये 3 बहुत important है. So Gunshraj, I don't know whether I answered your question or not, but yeah. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Gunshraj, just let me know if you have any other questions or have I answered your question. Career is more of an emotional and practical choice. Career is a combination of you, yeah, and you have emotions, you have so many parameters. Career तेरा है ना, तू ही कर रहा है career, right? तू ही execute करने वाला है. So career is a part of you. It's a part of your life. So yeah. So Bishma, your question is research and development in variables effect of space travel in astronauts. Wow. So buddy, this is very, very specific and that's something which is very important. You can go, but you are just expediting the number of years for sure. Because for this space, to get into this space, I'm sure you have to study a lot of basic, you have to get into the BSc side of it first, then again do the masters, because none of your medical space is directly going to help you out here. So even if you want to get into it, your medical degree is not going to play an advantage here. Yeah. So उसमें से direct आपको मिलना, I'm not sure. I have not come across people who have directly gone into it. Like I've seen people getting into it, but the journey has always been through that MBBS से जाना, because कोई relevance और कोई connection ही नहीं है इसमें. Okay, cool. So guys, now concluding on the fact today is this. If you guys are interested in genuinely designing your career journey. Okay, Aryan has a question before I conclude. Sorry. Sir, is it possible for one who... Oh, okay, Bishmay. Bishmay, can you just get in touch with me in person, buddy? Because if you have won this thing, if you have a background, then we have something to talk about. Okay? Yeah. So, okay, Aryan has a question. Sir, is it possible for one who is studying BBA to take up and become a therapist in future? Yes, Aryan. So if you want to get into therapist, what you can do is that आप BBA कर रहे हो, but इंडिया में इग्नू से लेके बहुत सारी ऐसी स्कूल्स है जो ओपन स्कूल्स है, वहां से आप मास्टर्स इन काउंसलिंग कर सकते हो, विच इज होम स्कूलिंग जैसा. मतलब आप घर पे पढ़ के एग्जाम दे सकते हो, वेर यू कैन गेट मास्टर्स डिग्री एंड देन यू कैन डेफिनेटली प्रैक्टिस और गेट इनटू थेरेपी पार्ट ऑफ इट आल्सो. बिकॉज अदरवाइज क्या होगा कि इफ यू जस्ट गो एज अ थेरेपिस्ट विदाउट एनी बैकग्राउंड, क्रेडिबिलिटी का बहुत बड़ा इशू आएगा. मतलब लोग क्वेश्चन करेंगे कि हाँ मतलब ये तो कोई भी कर सकता है, फिर वो तो मुंह उठा के आ जाते हो. People have a different approach here. So if you're really interested in doing it very sincerely, then there are spaces जहां आप open school से मास्टर्स कर सकते हो, थेरेपी के कोर्सेज कर सकते हो. इवन देयर आर कोर्सेज इन अब्रॉड जहां यू मे स्टडी समथिंग एल्स, बट आप साइकोलॉजी का 1 साल का कोर्स कर सकते हो मास्टर्स में. सो वैसे भी कोर्सेज होते हैं where you can actually do that. So even if you studied something else, but you can do masters in psychology, and then of course get into therapist and practicing those tests. So Aryan, have I answered this question for you, buddy? Okay, cool. So guys, see, at Holistree we are a very closed set of group. Okay, मतलब हम लोग 10 साल में बहुत कम बार बाहर जाने की जाने का प्रेफर करते हैं. is because by now you must have gotten for the one simple reason, because with every child whom we work with, we closely spend minimum 3 to 6 months with one child to help him or her design their journey. It's a very different work. It's a very personalized work what we're trying to do, and we only want to work with people who understand the value of what we're trying to do. So guys, this process has a lot of in-depth working. It eliminates a lot of errors which you will make. मतलब वो आपके लाइफ के 3 से 5 साल के एरर बचा सकता है. That powerful the process is, and it's the same process which I highlighted you and I told you, right from knowing yourself to researching to this. If you're able to do it on your own, more than amazingly, it's so powerful. You should do it. But if you need help, we are more than happy to help you. You can follow our Instagram page, Holistree Mumbai, Holistree_Mumbai, where we keep posting good data for you to introspect also with time. And in case if you want to get in touch with us, get in touch with me, understand certain areas, you can definitely, WhatsApp us, message us. So the company WhatsApp number, I'm just putting it out in the chat group, guys. So people who are interested, you can, yes, you can WhatsApp us from on this number, and we can plan a call and we can sit together and figure out certain things, what all the questions and or something you have. See, we are going to be very honest and helpful. Matlab, there is no sugar coating. It's a very direct space for us. It's a very young space. So how we are going to work. So all the doubts, queries, questions, we're going to address it. जो हम लोग को नहीं पता मैं ना बोल दूंगा कि I'm not sure about this. So because see, we are humans and there are 80,000 career options. So अगर मुझे नहीं आएगा तो मैं ना बोल दूंगा. But जिसमें मुझे पता है कि I can help you, I'm going to help you out, guys. Okay. So I'm really thankful for you guys to join today. I hope somebody has taken at least some bit or some idea about career में क्या हो रहा है और क्या जरूरत है. Please invest थोड़ा career में, mentally और physically अपने आप को. हमारे लाइफ के बहुत सारे एरियाज है, मैं समझता हूँ, बट करियर जो तुम्हें इंडिपेंडेंट बना सकता है, करियर जो आपका बहुत इंटीग्रल पार्ट है आपके लाइफ का, अगर उसमें आप डिजाइनिंग में टाइम नहीं डालोगे, then somebody else will control your career. And I'm sure you don't want somebody else to control your career journey. You would love to be in power of your own career, and that is something which I want for you guys. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for joining. If I have made some small difference in your or some information which actually made sense to you, maybe a thumbs up or any of a smiley would make sense to me. That would be a validation to me that okay, I made some difference. Mehak, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Guys, we are more than available for personal conversations. So if you are looking forward to one-on-one conversations, please let us know. You have my number I've put out there. You can go on our website and find our number. You can check Google Pay and find our number. It's out there. So we are more than happy to help you guys. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye. See ya. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.